everyone, this is The Last Word and I'm Maria Shakil. Indian cricket team captain Rohit Sharma found himself at the centre of an unnecessary debate after Congress leader Shama Mohammed fat-shamed him on social media. The politician's remarks triggered a huge controversy, drawing reactions from both cricketing and political spectrums of the country. Union Sports Minister, in fact, waded into this row, admonishing Congress and TMC leaders for body shaming and questioning athletes and their place in the team. He urged both parties to leave sportspersons alone as they are fully capable of handling their own social lives. So did Shama Mohammed get Congress run out with her body shaming of Rohit Sharma? That's what I debate on the show tonight. And joining me on the show, R.P. Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP. We have Nighat Abbas representing the Congress. Rakesh Rao is a senior sports journalist, and we also have Ashok Malhotra, former Indian cricketer. I'm going to begin with you, Mr. Malhotra, because you know there is a lot of concern about what has been said, and particularly the timing of it, given how crucial tomorrow's match is. It is India-Australia match. And it's a knockout match, and hence such a statement should not have been made and should not have been made on the eve of a crucial match.
I do agree with that. And Rohit is a skipper because he has passed all those tests, the yo-yo tests and others. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been part of the team. Now, maybe he looks fat. Maybe it is because he's a little bit short of runs. You know, when you're short of runs, then the daggers do come out. So that is exactly what has happened. But you cannot body shame your Indian captain just on the verge of Champions Trophy's semi-finals. You know, it is uncalled for. Let me put it this way. And I agree with Harbhajan that does this lady is an expert in a fitness level? Does she know what fitness is all about? Does she know how much hard work the sportsman has to go through? What kind of efforts they have to go through? And if he would not have been good enough, if he would not have been fit enough, he wouldn't have been part of the team.
Yes, a great degree of responsibility is perhaps needed on the part of politicians in particular when they're commenting on others. So certainly the Congress has distanced itself, but can it really stop at distancing? That's a question to Nighat Abbas. But before that, Rakesh Rao, fitness is almost something that sportspersons make it their mantra. It's their way of life, if I may put it that way. Who is this person to comment on the fitness level of a superstar like Rohit Sharma, who's the captain? I mean, he is no ordinary player. I mean, of course, we should be celebrating all men in blue, but he's also the leading man of Indian cricket team.
You know what? I mean, I was amazed that here is a person who, of course, she's far from being qualified in fitness. And then she says that it's a very generic statement. If it was so, then she shouldn't have named anybody, A. B, talking about fitness, let me also say that if you look at some of the weightlifters,
footage on the screen, please. Yes, go ahead.
You know, if you look at some of the weightlifters who are Olympic, gold medalists, when you look at some of the, like hammer throwers, I can go on, there are people who appear to be shapeless, absolutely shapeless, but they are champions. Now, if somebody like Rohit, who has been performing well, the selectors have no issues with him. He doesn't get run out. He doesn't drop catches. His fielding is not found wanting. And to quote somebody like Arjuna Ranatunga, this is what he said in 1996 during his World Cup winning campaign. One of the journalists during, just on the eve of the India versus India game asked him about fitness. And remember, this was almost 29 years ago. And somebody asked him this. So what he said was, this journalist, a female journalist asked him that, this world is all about sportsmen being super fit and you are far from fit. Now that was like it was in the face. And Arjuna handled it so well. He said, young lady, as far as I'm running my singles well, as long as my selectors have no problems, as long as my wife has no problem, I don't think you should have any problem. Now, that was such a hard-hitting response. Now, she has absolutely no business to say this. Body shaming apart, I'm not even going into the fact that she belongs to a political party and what section of the society she comes from. What if somebody makes a generic remark and says that you are not the best looking Congress leader ever. Now, how about that? She's comparing him to Rahul Dravid. She's comparing him to other skippers. This is such a loose remark to make, and coming from somebody who's civilized, who appears to be educated. And then she says, I have done no harm. Sorry, this is hitting below the belt for no cause. He hasn't harmed you. He hasn't done anything. He's just struggling with his form. He's leading the team. He has responsibility. And look at the timing of it all. Ridiculous, to say the least.
Actually, I like that you have put out that example of Arjuna Ramatunga. But, the larger question is also, you have had Inzamamul Haq, one of the winning captains of Pakistan. How is fitness really related to body type is my question to you. But before that, Nigat Abbas, no remorse from Shama Mohammed whatsoever. The Congress distancing may not be the right solution because here is the larger question that cricket is religion in India. There is a great degree of passion that is associated with it. And if you are in a way, Shama Mohammed may have just crossed that line in which she may have ended up demoralizing the men in blue.
Good evening, Maria, and good evening to all the viewers of NDTV. You're absolutely right, and which is why Congress has clearly given out a statement loud that we condemn what Shama has said and we do not endorse her
statement. But Shama hasn't said anything. Shama herself is not even apologizing. There's no remorse whatsoever.
That's absolutely wrong. But we do not answer on behalf of Shama. Clearly, she's a spokesperson of INC, and which is why INC has given out a statement that we do not endorse her statement, and she should just stay away from these and take greater caution in the future. However, as the Congress party in whole completely bows down to the latest amazing performance of Rohit Sharma and his great leadership in managing the Indian cricket team, we bow down as an organization. But it should not only limit to sports or politics, because I have a huge list. What problem I have right now is with the selective outrage of the Bharatiya Janata Party, because Bharatiya Janata Party's latest, history is filled with filth, hate remarks, and lots of personal attacks. Coming down to, even because we're talking about Rohit Sharma, we should not forget that Member of Parliament of Himachal, Kangana Ranaut, had called Rohit Sharma Dhobi ka kutta. She almost abused a cricketer, and there was no outrage. BJP has given a ticket to Kangana Ranaut, not that INC has given a ticket. We've also seen that how Mahesh Sharma has been, referring to Rahul Gandhi ji and Priyanka Gandhi ji as pappu ki pappi in his political cheap rallies. We should not forget that. We should have a outrage on that as well from the Member of Parliament and party Karyakartas.
No, Nigat. Politicians commenting on politicians, they can do that. That's none of our business.
No, Maria,
my point is, I've seen enough of this political back and forth, Nigat. No, listen to me. Listen to me, please. Please listen to me. My limited point is that here is someone who's not really a fitness expert. Neither is she a sports journalist. But she has made a comment. Which is purely distasteful.
Making sexist comment, Maria. It is about making
RP Singh, my question is, did you take it too far by entering the domain of patriotism? Okay, ma'am, I've heard you. I've heard you, ma'am. Yes.
It is not only...
I've heard you. Yes, RP Singh.
The issue is not of what comment. One is comment. One is the timing of the comment. Tomorrow is a very crucial match. And that will decide on the trophy as such. Why you have to demoralize a person at such a crucial time? And then people who are from the cricket fraternity sitting here, they'll let you know, they'll tell you, any such comment will demoralize captain and his team. Because cricketing is not the weight, it's not a kilo, it's the bat which matters, it's the runs which matters. And then Rohit Sharma has a track record of scoring 264 runs in ODI, his highest individual, scored 3 double centuries in ODI, scored 33 fours in ODI, scored 500 in T20. That's a big track record of his. So he'll be known by the runs he scored. In politics, it is how many elections you win, how many assembly elections or the parliamentary elections you win. You are known by that. You might be very fit. Rahul Gandhi is very fit, excellently fit. but his track record on political sphere or on the political hemisphere is bad. He's not won a single election in recent past. He's almost lost 90 elections in the last few years. So, I mean, before you compare anyone or talk to anyone, specifically at the time when there's a semi-final and a very crucial semi-final, I mean, that time is very bad to question or to raise question about anyone's fitness. And that too, when you are not,
Sorry to interject, Mr. Singh. Sorry to interject
hold
you.
on,
That is the last thing I'd like to
Nighat, hold on, please. Hold on, I never interrupted. I never interrupted.
That's not how we do debates on NDTV. Nighat, that's not how we do debates on NDTV. That's not how we do debates on NDTV. You'll have to patiently listen to him. And then I'm going to come back to you. You have to listen to me.
Allow me to complete another 5 seconds.
Let him finish and then I'm coming to you. Yes, go ahead.
And that's what Congress does. I mean, whether it is the crucial match which will lead us to the champion trophy or whether it's the Indian Army, surgical strike to surgical strike, they have to demoralize the country's heroes. That's what they do. And that's bad. That's not acceptable.
Okay.
You demoralize
Absolutely,
army.
it's unacceptable. I agree with you, but did you take it too far to bring in the angle of patriotism was my question to you, RP Singh.
Obviously, it is regarding patriotism. Cricket is religion to us. There are people who just follow cricket, nothing else in the life.
Okay. Okay, Nighat Abbas, a quick response and then I go back to
I just have two questions.
The sporting
I just have two questions, Mr. Singh, and Maria, allow me for 10 seconds. Question number one, that when you say it is about the timing, then do you endorse the statement of Kangana Ranaut when she called Rohit Sharma Dhobi ka kutta? Precisely, I have that tweet with me. Question number two, because you did not, let me speak about the political leaders. Okay, let's just keep aside the political leaders and let's talk about how PM addressed the Pariksha Pe Charcha, and he literally disparaged the people suffering from the learning disabilities, people suffering from dyslexia. He made fun of it and he literally disparaged the entire community who
he hasn't done anything like that, Nighat.
Do you endorse that?
No, he hasn't done anything like that.
Objection to this, Mara.
He hasn't done anything like that. My question is, did the Congress take an apology from Sharma Mohammed? That did not happen. I'm going to go back to Rakesh Rao. Rakesh Rao, I'm glad RP Singh on this show highlighted all the aspects. Okay, let's have Rakesh Rao on the screen now, please. Senior sports journalist Rakesh Rao. Rakesh Rao, RP Singh came with full facts in terms of the achievements of Rohit Sharma. I think today is the day when we should talk about achievements and we should celebrate Indian cricket team captain as he, stands on that pitch in Dubai for that crucial match. Sir.
You know what? If you see his track record in ODI,
yes,
I request all these people who have been talking about his form. His form has been bad in only in if you look at T20s and of course the longest version of the game. But if you see his record in ODI cricket for the since at least the last 5 years, you will be astonished. He's been so consistent. It is just that in this particular event he hasn't really done well. But ODI, don't show me. Don't show me this thing. I know his track record, so please don't have to show me that. Secondly, when you talk about a cricketer, he's doing his job and he works pretty hard and body constitutions differ. Somebody like Ashish Nehra was one of the hardest working individuals in the gym, but he used to have a body which would get injured so often. It doesn't mean that he's unfit. I know his physio. I've spent my time looking at him from the days of his club cricket till he ended his career. So what I'm trying to say is anybody who is not competent to comment on fitness, stay away from it. A generic comment or no comment. And I mean, this is ridiculous. Why do you even get into this? I fail to understand. She says that it's a generic comment. No, you're not allowed to do that because you're taking names. You can make a general statement, no problems. But please don't take names. What if somebody takes your name? I mean, it's so easy. I mean, you have to bite that bullet at some time, and I'm sure somebody is going to turn around and tell this lady, that you are no different. I mean, there are people who are fitter than you, and so on and so forth. So I don't want to go deeper into it. But In sports, you have to understand fitness levels, the parameters differ. As I said, you can have a Arjuna Ranatunga, Inzamamul Haq, Mike Gatting, David Boone. I can go on and on. These guys were not, they don't appear to be as fit as a Virat Kohli, but they were very effective. And I'm sure Ashok Malhotra would agree with me, because there have been n number of sports people, batters in particular, they were effective and they did their job well, and selectors had no problems. Their form, like whatever it was, they were chosen on that and taken. Not one person must have said that we are not taking him. He's scoring runs, but he appears to be unfit. No, this doesn't happen as far as sports is concerned.
And one thing is clear, that this has to do with the body type. Who are politicians who are completely not in a space to comment on this is the larger question. And perhaps let's have more footage of Rohit Sharma as he prepares his men for that very, very crucial battle in Dubai. So, Ashok Malhotra, perhaps this is not for the first time, won't be the last, when politicians have commented on sportsmen. But tell me, does it really impact the green room? Do sportsmen really chat about it and discuss it, or they are completely oblivious in the run-up to the game?
I don't think so. It will not affect him at all. I mean, it will be more focused on the game, because that is a much bigger game, and the outside noises don't bother the cricket. It doesn't, and not to forget, I've been told that there have been like Rana Tunga, the Boons, and everything. Even when I am commentating, I keep telling them that now everybody has six-pack. I survived 24 years of first-class cricket with one pack. So everybody has their own thinking, the way it is. But the fact is, you got no right to body shame anybody, and especially the Indian captain, especially the guy whose track record is brilliant, to say the least. He is one of the legends of Indian cricket, especially in one-day cricket. He is one of the finest we ever had. And how can you do that? Just because he is not scoring runs in a few games, it doesn't mean you can body shame him. And that too, on the eve of such an important game. I don't agree with the lady. I don't know who she is, really, because I'm not into politics. But the fact is, whatever she has done, it should not have been done. And I think everybody deserves an apology from him.
Yes, you say that he deserves an apology, but let's try and understand a little bit more, because cricketers do face a lot of trolling. Many would say that this is some kind of trolling which has been done. The only difference here is that this is a politician who has done the trolling, and this trolling has actually led to the entire political class coming out and condemning it. It has also led to a section backing her, because they are of the opinion that Rohit Sharma's track record isn't something that should be celebrated. The jury is still out. But the larger question, again, Mr. Malhotra, it's an irresponsible statement to be made regarding an Indian cricketer, because of the efforts that they put on the field, and they have so much at stake when they go in for those matches. Does it affect them in any way? I'm asking that question again because I'm wondering that do they really have access to even their mobiles?
I don't think it's going to affect, even if they have access to the mobile. It will not affect it. It will be a water off a duck's back. So it is not going to make any effect, because they used to this kind of criticism. They used to this kind of outside noise. And with social media, everybody has got a right to say something or the other. If they keep listening to millions of social media experts, then you can't play. As it is, cricket, pressure is the name of the game. So if you take this extra pressure, then you can't play cricket. I'm sure he will not even will have a look at this kind of a statement. Okay. And I would not like to politicize this kind of a thing, because this is something, and the politicians should leave cricketers alone.
Yes, politicians should leave cricketers alone, just as cricketers have left the politicians alone. So they should not meddle into each other's domain. Rakesh Rao, let me give you the last word on this show. I usually give it to the women, but then because you are a sports journalist, you understand how this domain is. It's certainly very, very shameful to make that kind of comment. The spokesperson here crossed the line. But now what?
Now just, forget it. I think all day the media has given this lady far too much importance.
Okay.
She doesn't deserve to be treated with such, care. I mean, this morning nobody knew about her. It is just that now the country is watching channel after channel, no matter what, everybody's talking about it. Of course, it's in bad taste, completely needless. And when educated people do that, it surprises me. That's where you are actually showing that your education hasn't really helped you enough. It's like I expect educated people to stand out because that is what education does to you. It refines your taste, it refines your language, and also tells you what to say, and more importantly, what not to say. So I think the lid has to be put at some time. Close the matter, and let's not make this person feel so important that the entire nation is talking about it, especially on media and various channels.
And especially on
Having
the prime
said
time
that,
discussion.
I think, yeah,
Okay,
certainly
all right.
not. It doesn't deserve that.
Doesn't deserve
she
it.
doesn't.
I think
certainly
that
doesn't
it was an
deserve this
attention-seeking effort, and she got all the attention that she may have wanted. So Rakesh Rao, Ashok Malhotra, Nigar Pass, and RP Singh, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining.